Today we install Restormer, which is a deep learning model that restores images. So we can use it for denoise and deblur. So if you want to know how to install it, stick around. Restormer is a Python application, so to install it, we need to install Python. To avoid any conflict with the version, a good way for installing them is to use a package manager. There are many package managers like Conda and Mamba, but in my case, I decided to use UV because I like the name. So if we go to installation, you will see there are installations commands. So for Windows, you need to run this with PowerShell. For Linux and macOS, you need to run this. For this video, we are inside a Linux Mint virtual machine because that's the best operating system. So we will run this command in our terminal. So let me paste this and run it. And that's it, UV is installed. If you want to double check, you can type UV-H. And as you can see, we see the man page, meaning that UV was installed successfully. Now that UV is installed, we can install Restormer. So first we have to move where we want to install the application. So right now on Linux, I will install it in my .local. On macOS, I guess you can install it there as well. And on Windows, you can install it in your home directory or something like that. First, you have to create the OPT directory in your .local. So if you've installed SAM2 or SAM3, it should already be there, so you can skip this command. Otherwise, you need to type make dir. So in my case, it was already there because SAM2 and SAM3 are installed on that VM. So then you can cd to your .local. One thing I forgot to mention is that Git must be installed to download the repository. So on Linux, you can install it from your package manager. So for example, there we have the command for Fedora, we have the command for Debian, and it will be easy for you to find the command for any Arch-based distribution as well, or you will probably be able to find it from your software manager. On macOS, you just have to type this in your terminal, and Git will be installed automatically. Next, on Windows, you can go there to download the executable. Once Git is installed, you need to go on the Restormer Git repository. Once you're there, you copy the URL, you go back to your terminal and you type git clone and you paste the URL. Then you press enter and then the repository will be cloned. So if I do ls/h, you can see I now have a new folder named Restormer, and everything from the Git repository is there. So now I can do cd Restormer and I go there. So again, if I do ls/h, I can see I have everything there. Next, we need to create the virtual environment, so all the dependencies and package we need for this application will stay in that folder. So to do so, we type uv venv, and that's it. And next, we need to install the dependencies. So to do so, you can go down and click on installation.md, and there it will tell you which packages you need to install. So the installation steps they provide are when you are using Conda to install the application, but in our case, we are using UV. So the command we need to run are slightly different. So what you have to do is just to copy this line. You go to your terminal, you type UV, and then you paste it. Whoops, there is a small mistake right there. So yeah, I will just make sure it's inside one line. So what this does is it will use UV to run pip to install all of these packages. So the first set of dependencies is installed, so now we need to install everything else. So if I copy the last line, again, I will type UV and paste it. It did again the thing where pip is not on the right line, so I will just make it like this. Look good to me, so I press enter and it will install the remaining dependencies. So as you can see, it will install Torch, which is almost 1 gigabyte. So this will take time for me to download it, so I will pause the video and get back to you once everything has been downloaded. Now all the dependencies have been installed, so we need to download the model. So to download the models, you can go at the top of the GitHub page, and the first model I want to download is denoising. So if I click there, I can see I have pre-trained models. If I click there, there is a README. If I open the README, I can now click there and go on the Google Drive to download the model. So what you need is right there, so realdenoise.pth. So you download it, it's 100 megabyte. So once downloaded, we need to put it inside our Restormer application. So we will do mv. We download it in the download folder, and the file is named realdenoise.pth, and we need to move it inside denoising, and then there is another folder named pre-train model, and we have to move it there. So now if I do ls denoising pre-train model, and let's do LAH. So you see we have the original README and the real denoising model right there. So when we will run the model later, the application will expect the model there. So because we put it there, it will run automatically. If you don't like the terminal, you can also open your file explorer and drag and drop the file using the GUI interface. Now that we have the denoise model, I also want to download the deblur model. So I go back to the main GitHub page, and what I like to use is a defocus deblurring. So I think it was working well. So again, I go to pre-train models, I open the README, and I click here. So I don't remember. Yeah, no, I remember. I need to download single image defocus. Again, it's 100 megabyte. I download it. Actually, this is kind of stupid, so I could directly download it in my application directory. So if I go there, I can, I have my .local, opt, Restormer, and there I have defocus deblurring, pre-train model, and I can save it there instead of copying it with the terminal. Now Restormer is installed, so we can use it on real images. The problem is that Restormer doesn't take raw files, so we need to convert them. It doesn't take TIFF file neither, so we need to convert them into PNG files. So I have this picture I took a few years ago. And if you look, it's very noisy. So I hope you will be able to see it on video, but it's very noisy. So if we look at the image information, I shot this at ISO 6400, and it was a 13-second exposure. So and also it was a crop sensor. So it was before I buy my Sony camera. So I had a Lumix GX9, which is a crop sensor. So because of that, it was very, very noisy. So it's a good image to test with Restormer. So first we need to export this as a PNG file. So I will put that in my picture directory. I'm going to use PNG 16 bits. And that's it. Oh, wait. Yes, we need to disable a few modules. So I like to disable filmic and exposure, and I like to enable lens correction. Once that's done, we can start export. Now that we have our file, we can close Darktable. And you see we have our PNG file right there. We can now open the terminal and run the command to do our denoising. So to use Restormer, for denoise, we need to run this command. The uv run Python means that we will use uv to run this Python script, so the demo.py. Next, we specify which task we want to do. So in our case, we will do real denoising. Next, we need to specify the input directory. So in my case, it's picture, and then I put the PNG file we just exported from Darktable. If you prefer, you can just put the folder there, and I believe Restormer will just denoise all the PNG files that are inside this folder. Next, you have a result directory, so that's where the final image will be saved. And finally, we have tile and tile overlap. What will happen is the Restormer will create many small tiles and will denoise them one by one. So by doing that, we are able to run this model on a CPU. So otherwise, if you don't use tile, you will probably not have enough RAM or VRAM to run that model. And once that's good, you press enter. So I was testing it before recording this video, and the last time I did it, it took approximately 20 minutes. So I will pause the video and get back to you once everything has been denoised. Okay, so Restormer is done. As you can see, it took almost 30 minutes. When I run it on my main computer with the GPU, it takes approximately 1 minute. Also, one thing you should know is that it requires approximately 8 GB of RAM or VRAM. So now we can go and find the final image to see if it's better. So it created another folder with the final image, and we will compare it with the original one. So I hope you will be able to see it clearly in the video, but on the left we have the original image. The original PNG file we exported from Darktable, and as you can see, it's very, very noisy, so noise everywhere. And on the right, we have our final image, and honestly, it's very nice. There are some artifacts, so we can see some small white spots, but honestly, it's much better than the original picture. And now, as you can see, the final image is very soft. So I don't know if this is due to the denoising or if it's because the picture is like that. But we will try to do deblur to see if we are able to get something a little bit sharper. So now we will use this command to run the single image deblurring. So we will deblur the image we previously denoised, and the output will be in the pictures directory. So again, I think it will take some time, so I will pause the video and get back to you once everything is completed. Okay, so now deblur is done, so let's see if it makes a difference. Okay, so this is the side-by-side. So on the left, we have the image with the denoise, and on the right, we have the image with denoise and deblur. So I don't know if you will be able to see it on video, but the image with the deblur is sharper than the image with the denoise. So to be honest, I think it's working fine, and it's a tool we may want to use on our photos. But there is one small problem. So on this image, if I zoom out, you can see we have some weird artifacts in the picture. I believe this is due to the tiles we are using to run the model. So when we look at the picture, they are like a lot of square like this. So if you have a lot of RAM and you're able to run the model without tiling, I believe you won't have this issue, but otherwise the deblur doesn't work well if you need tiling. But off camera, I've tested with another picture, so I believe the deblur worked well, so the final image is sharper. And if I zoom out, I don't see any artifacts, so I don't see the same tile as with the other pictures. So I believe, depending on the picture you're trying to denoise or deblur, you may or may not see these artifacts. So this tool might work well on some picture and don't work well on others, so you can do some tests and see if it works best for the type of photography you're doing. So that's it. Now that you have Restormer installed, you can perform denoise and deblur on your images. But the problem with Restormer is that it doesn't accept TIFF files. But next week we will try Nin Denoise, which is another model that does accept TIFF files and is much faster. So that's it for me. If the video was helpful, just give me a like and see you next time.